The biggest issue in the upcoming election in the seats of Epping and Ryde is without a doubt the closure and downgrading of the Chatswood to Epping Line and the start of the privatisation of the whole rail system.
Look, from the reception we're getting here this morning, we can see that this is an issue that is incredibly important to people in northwest Sydney, because the Epping to Chatswood railway line is absolutely vital infrastructure for this area.
The $2.5 billion rail line that was built just in 2009 will be gifted to a private company to make profits from public investment. And this is definitely not all.
It is going to be so much more difficult just to get access to the services that we pay for. These are our services. This is our railway line. How can a government that we supposedly elected to represent us so badly? The results are going to be quite catastrophic for our area, for our citizens to actually make their journeys to work.
Save Beecroft Cheltenham Alliance speculates the Baird Liberal government will try and campaign on the second harbour crossing to neutralise the anger of the closure in the area. Don't be fooled, because questions remain. Who is going to pay for the second crossing? Will this mean the privatisation of the whole rail system to pay for the crossing? In reality, it's arbitrary when it will be built, no matter how much Minister Berejiklian and the Baird Liberal government spin it.
This line was opened in 2009, and since then, Macquarie Park, Macquarie Uni, Macquarie Shopping Centre, Chatswood have boomed because we've got this great, fantastic railway line that zips into the city, gets people where they need to go super fast, and has been an economic bonus.
In the meantime, stations north of Epping lose their direct, uninterrupted trip into the city from 2018. Beecroft and Cheltenham is an ageing community. Many need good direct public transport to medical facilities on the North Shore and City. As one gentleman stated to me on the weekend, it will take him 6 trains in total back and forth to get to St Leonard Station from Beecroft to attend appointments at Royal North Shore Hospital.
Every minute of these people's lives at this hour of the day is so important, and as we've heard, it's going to take 3 trains to get to the city, or we go back to the old system of another 25 minutes around via Strathfield. This is not the network that we've got at the moment, and why would we go so far backwards? This is not the best solution for all of this area. The Epping electorate needs better service than what we're getting.
Yes.
So to be here saying to people, save our railway line from closure, feels deeply wrong to me. The government hasn't been clear about any of its plans, hasn't been open about the process of talking to private companies, hasn't been open with the public about what their plans are for closure. But as far as we can tell, there will be 6 or 7 months when this railway line is out of operation.
Truth is the cornerstone of good governance. It creates jobs, builds economies, and it protects our environment. During the 2011 election, I don't recall the Liberal Party promising a B-grade privatised Metro Northwest rail link that does not integrate into our present heavy rail system, nor do I recall the promise of the Chatswood to Epping Line closure and gifted to overseas interests. We were not promised the 2-tier rail system, neither were we promised to have our rail service downgraded, in effect making stations north of Epping on the Northern Line orphan stations on a shuttle line. In the 2011 election, Mr O'Farrell's led Liberal Party, of which Premier Baird was an alpha member, did not promise any of these. Do not give the New South Wales Baird Liberal government a mandate to downgrade our rail services and system. Community is not the Liberal Party commodity. Put the Liberals last, they've lost our trust.
On the maths on when this is all going to happen, we all know about the plans for the redevelopment of Epping. I've heard that this is all going to happen all at once. They're going to close this railway line and then actually put 22 stories right through Epping. We are going to be expected to get on buses, which we've heard from the Northern District Times is going to take 3 times as long just to get to Chatswood. And then try and get out of Epping when they're trying to build up, goodness me, how many 22-storey buildings. This is chaos. And this is the sort of planning that New South Wales Planning, the Department of Transport, is responsible for. And I do encourage everyone to get active, to write to your local member, and to demand change. And of course, in March, we have the opportunity to make that happen. And I do implore everyone to really think hard about where we vote for. Yes, Epping has always voted Liberal, but I think we can always see that this is not serving us well.
No.
And we need to seriously think about who it is that's going to take this state and this particular area forward. And I can implore you that this is not the best solution for Epping. Why give public assets to private infrastructure? Every PPP that I've heard of has gone broke and ends up being bailed out by us.
Put the Liberals last, they've lost our trust.